Welcome back to another episode of the Real Madrid Career Mode here on FC24, where we are in halfway through the season. We are in the January transfer window, where last episode we went ahead and signed that pre-contract with Kylian Mbappe. He unfortunately somehow, thanks to EA logic and just EA terrible coding, he actually came here instead of at the end of the season like they're supposed to on a pre-contract. He came here in January 1st. So we went ahead and I forced the loan back to PSG, so he'll spend these 6 months like he should have at PSG, and then he'll come back here in the summer as he should have. And honestly, the same thing is kind of happening with Modric as well. There was I think Tottenham, was it? Yeah, Tottenham. They signed him on a pre-contract late in December as well, and thanks to, again, EA bug and EA lack of just coding, just geniuses, they are terrible. In Vancouver, these are the worst coders I've ever seen for a video game. He got moved to Tottenham in January 1st instead of in the end of the season at the end of June/July. So now he is on loan back to Real Madrid, and we are probably gonna have to play him a little bit here in January before he goes ahead and gets recalled by Tottenham if he doesn't play too many games. Other than that, we also had Joselu, the striker. His loan deal got expired because we weren't playing with him enough. So we technically only have one striker at the club. We technically have two because Alvaro, he's just not good enough. And honestly, I'm going to loan list him. We are going to have to bring in another loan, or another striker, but we are going to have to bring the striker on loan. I don't want it to be a permanent basis because we're about to bring Kylian Mbappe into the team. Other than that, I don't really think this team needs too many changes, in all honesty. Modric will go here. He will play a little bit. Cruz's time is up here. If we can sell him, maybe we'll get some money out of him. Militao and Courtois, they're coming back at some point in the near future in a couple of months or so. But my first objective is obviously get a striker. In today's episode, we do have the start of Copa de España in the round of 32. We also then have the Super Cup, in which we are in the semifinals against Atletico Madrid, and if we win that game, we'll play the final in today's episode as well. Our first chance at silverware in this Real Madrid team. You probably won't even get to any three of these games. We'll probably end up quick simming all three of these games because we'll play this game, and if we win this game, the Super Cup final will be on Saturday or Sunday, literally after that, and it could be a El Clasico final. And we are going to look to bring in French striker Elie Wahi, however you want to say it, on loan from RC Lens at the moment. He is a great striker in real life. He's a great prospect in real life. We are going to look to bring him on loan just for a short term, as obviously Mbappe comes in next season. We are going to bring him in now, and by the time Mbappe comes in, his job will be over, and his spot, backup spot, will be Alvarez's spot. And we are going to go ahead and quick sim the first game of the day against Mallorca. We're going to go ahead and pick up a 3-2 win. Vinny Jr. and a David Alaba brace to give us the win there over Mallorca. As we go into our first cup game against Celta Vigo, I believe it was, in the round of 32 of Copa de España. Yes. And I believe this is Vahi joining the team here. It should be Vahi joining the team. The striker from Lens, he's joining on loan for the next 6 months. That's actually perfect timing as we get into that Celta Vigo game. Okay, so there we go. It works in January as it's supposed to, as we are just going to go ahead and let Lucas Vazquez leave the club. I almost said join the club. Definitely join the club. He is leaving the club, but this time he's going to join Chelsea when the transfer window opens, and that's going to be in the summer. So it works in January. It's just, I guess it's just glitched or just poor coding again from EA in December. So never sign a pre-contract player in December unless you actually want him the month later, which I guess you could do that if you really wanted to. It's a little bit cheaty, but here is the team going into that Celta Vigo game. We are going to go ahead and start Tchouaméni instead of, we're going to start Camavinga instead of Tchouaméni. Vinny Jr., Alvarez, Rodrigo, Bellingham, Valverde, Camavinga, Garcia, Alaba, Rudiger, Martinez, and Kepa in net. Vahi is on the bench for his first game of the season, of his career here at Real Madrid. Vinny, Alvarez, back to Vinny. Vinny now into Jude. Jude Bellingham's on the ball here. He has Rodrigo, but he has himself, and he takes it himself. And it's 1-0 for Real Madrid. It's Jude Bellingham to put us in front here. Can he slot that into Rodrigo? That's a brilliant ball from Jude. It's Rodrigo now. He has Julian with him. He's going to take it himself. And we had to get Jude that assist for that perfect ball. It's 2-0 for Real Madrid now. And Celta Vigo starting opening up a lot more now. This could get real ugly. Aspas. Larson cuts it back. It's 2-1. Fran Garcia into Vinny Jr. Vinny Jr. now into Alvarez. Alvarez into Rodrigo. Rodrigo back to Alvarez. And Alvarez to put it away and restore that 2-goal advantage. It's 3-1 now. Bamba right before half. It's Bamba into Manu, into Doder. Doder into Iago. Now to Larson. Back to Iago. And it's 3-2. And they are right back into it at the end of the first half here. They get the 45th minute cheese. Free kick for Celta Vigo. Oh! And he puts it away. Iago Aspas leveled things up here. It's 3-3. Into Nunez now. Celta Vigo looking for the winner here. Rudiger will look to clear it. It's not fully cleared by Modric. And it's now Aitana. Alaba with the tackle. No penalty there. We still can't clear the ball, though. And they find the back of the net. And they might have just stolen this win away. And they might be knocking us out of the Copa de España here in the round of 32. And our Copa de España run is going to come to an end in the first leg, in the first hurdle. A 4-3 loss. That free kick leveled things up, and they got a tiki-taka type of goal there to really give them that lead and then obviously give them the winner. And Carlo Ancelotti is not happy with his team there. Absolutely falling apart within the last 5 minutes. And insult to injury, Fran Garcia is out for 3 months. So he's pretty much on the same timeline as Courtois. Courtois is coming back in 2 months. Garcia is coming back in 3 months. What about Militao? Militao is also 2 months. I believe they are on the same date, Militao and Courtois. So Mendy is going to have to take his spot, and we are going to go ahead and give the other spot to Brahim. We're going to have another attacker onto the team. Same exact starting 11, except for the fact Diamande is now on and Mendy is also on for Fran Garcia. Kind of a forced change there. This is a must turnaround game. We want to win the Supercopa at least this first season. And we have to beat Atletico Madrid. We want to beat our big rivals, Madrid, Barcelona. We never want to lose to them. And the cup makes it that much more important here. Griezmann, Lamar, shot blocked by Rudiger, find Gamar again, shot blocked by Diamande that time, Lamar, Griezmann, shot saved by Kepa that time, and they go out for a corner, and all of a sudden Atletico Madrid are growing into the game here. The corner comes in, it's not properly cleared, and Rodrigo's going to clear it off of the goal line. Should be 1-0. But Julian Alvarez now going to go counterattack here. He has Valverde running literally parallel with them. Fortunately, it's a little bit too close. It's Valverde now back to Julian. Julian, can you just get a shot off? He does. It's all black with the save. And he'll stay in bounds. It's Rodrigo. It's Jude. It's Julian. It's Julian! Saved by all black. Is it going to stay in bounds again? It will. Diamande heads it down. Can Jude try and get it ball back? Trying to create something before halftime? No. And 0-0 at the break here. Very lackluster first half. Griezmann cross. Diamande chests it and clears it. Julian heads it back into trouble though. And straight back to the lethalest man there. It's now into Morata and out for a corner. Coke. Corner. Savage. Header. Kepa save. Can he find Valverde? Valverde? What am I saying with these players' names? It's Valverde down the flank here. In for Vinny Jr. Can Vinny Jr. stay inside? He did. That's brilliant work from him. Vinny Jr. now down the flank, straight at all black. Second ball. Alvarez header, no. Tchouaméni headed down to Valverde, yes. Valverde fake shot. He'll find Alvarez. Now to Rodrigo. Back to Julian. Tchouaméni. Valverde touch shot. Blocked. Tchouaméni. Vahi over the top for Valverde. He stayed on side as well. No, he did not. And we are going to extra time, I believe. Yes, extra time here. Jude into Rodrigo. Rodrigo into Vahi. Vahi will look to get past Azpilicueta. And Vahi to give us a lead. Saved by Oblak. Cleared by Savage. We're going to the second half of extra time here. Now, he'll thread it up for Vahi. Vahi will cut back against Rinondo. Vahi on the ball. Vahi into Jude. Jude will cut back. Jude into Valverde. And Valverde will give Real Madrid the win over Atletico Madrid. 120th minute winner. No penalties for us. It's Valverde. I thought I took it from too long away. Thankfully, he blasted into the bottom corner. And Valverde sends us to the Supercopa final. I thought I shot that way too early. I was just fearful Azpilicueta was going to get there and the dude behind me was going to pull me back and I wasn't going to have a clean shot. So we just instant shoot and now we defend for whatever's left of the game. It's like a split second. They might not even get it past half field and they do not. It's a 1-0 win. 120th minute winner from Valverde will send us to the final and possibly a El Clasico trip. Again, the second one of the season. And that's exactly what it will be. A El Clasico final here at the Bernabeu. It's our home ground. That's great. Is it always a home team that's a homegrown? I don't think it is. It might be. I'm not quite sure. We're going to go with the same exact starting 11. Besides the fact that Alaba is going to start instead of Diamande because he is fully fit now. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can win our first trophy of the season against Barcelona as well. Chouameni, can he find Alvarez? Alvarez is in behind here, and we might already have a better start than the game against Atletico. And Julian Alvarez is going to give us a lead in the 4th minute. It took us 120 minutes against Atletico. It's taken us 4 here against Barcelona. Joao Cancelo. Joao Cancelo still with Joao into Alua. Rudiger and Martinez linking up to defend that. Now Jude into Rodrigo. Rodrigo into Jude. Jude back out wide to Rodrigo. Can he get there before Joao Cancelo? Yes. Rodrigo back it to Jude. He'll lay it off for Arnu. He'll find Chouameni. Now all the way over to Mendy. Touch. Cross, header by Vinny, no, cleared. Chouameni heads it down to Alvarez to double the lead. It's 2-0 here against Barcelona in the final. And we are well on our way to win our first trophy of the season. Gundogan, a kickoff goal. Gundogan, Alaba, Lewandowski, they cut it right back. And it's 2-1. This has Celta Vigo vibes all over it. Go up 2-0, they cut it back. And then they're probably going to win 4-3. If that happens, I'm deleting the channel. Julian Alvarez, he's on a hat-trick. He might get a first-half hat-trick here. And it's exactly what will happen. I thought he might have missed for a split second. It come off the post onto the other side of the net. And it's 3-1 for Barcelona. And we double the lead again. And this quite literally has Celta Vigo game written all over it. And in fact, Julian Alvarez was the one to double the lead last time around. If we go into halftime 3-2, that would be insane. And Lewandowski, Pedri! There's enough time for them to get that third as well. It's Fresnada to come on for Martinez. It's Pedri to grab a second for Barcelona. There's enough time for them to get that second goal or the third goal they so desperately need to level things up. Lewandowski, Gavi, Pedri, and here comes Barcelona, but there goes Rudiger, doing what Rudiger does best. Now Vinny Jr. on the ball. Vinny Jr., Valverde, Alvarez. He's going to cut back against Araujo. Araujo into Jude, and Jude to put this game to bed, and he toe posts it. And that would be 4-2. Gavi, Lewandowski, this is consolation goal territory here, and it's exactly what they would get. Thank the Lord Bellingham scored that fourth. A 4-3 win. So we reversed the Celta Vigo fixture there. A 4-3 win there. It was a 1-0 just absolute snooze fest kind of in the Supercopa semifinal. It was an absolute goal fest here in the final. However, it's Real Madrid who's going to come out on top once again here against Barcelona. We'll beat them for the second time this season. This time a little bit more important as we pick up our first trophy of the season. The Supercopa final goes to Real Madrid. And it's going to be Alaba to lift the first trophy of the season. Probably the least meaningful of all the trophies that we could have won this season, including the Copa de España, Copa del Rey, technically La Liga, and the Champions League. We win the meaningless one out of those 4. However, it is now 1 out of 2 so far. Well, it's 1 out of 1, I guess. It's the first trophy we could win. We already got knocked out of 1 trophy, so we can only win 3, so we can win the treble. Our goal, obviously, is the Champions League. It's not even the league, really. It's really not the league. It's Champions League 3 times in a row. These other trophies are just a bonus and just part of the storyline for the career mode. And we are going to actually go ahead and end the episode there. I'm not even going to quick sim past these games because honestly, I might leave that for Thursday's episode. Wednesday will be a rebuild or some type of experiment video there. But we are going to go ahead and come back here on Thursday. So leave a comment in the comments of who you want me to bring in the second half of the transfer window. And then when we come back next episode, we will quick sim these 3 games. I won't play them at all. I'll just give y'all time to give some comments in there. When we come back, it will be February, in which we'll play Atletico Madrid. We'll play Lazio first leg of the Champions League, and we will play Sevilla as well, maybe. We might play Sevilla, we might play Lazio secondly. It depends how that first league goes in all honesty. But for now, leave a like, subscribe, and peace out.